well today. I'm really excited. I have a brand new lesson that I worked out. This is a new song that I've just heard, but it's actually been out for quite a while. It's called The Wrong Year by the Decemberists. I worked it all out and I listened to the song several times and I wrote everything out. So I'm going to break it down to you. I'll show you the rhythm part and then I'll show you the leads. I'll zoom in on the fretboard and okay guys, so I'm going to take you through the entire song and we'll play it piece by piece. And just to get an idea of how the song is laid out, we have an intro, a verse, a chorus, a verse, a chorus, a bridge, a verse, a chorus again, and then the outro is kind of a verse and chorus mixed together. And so there's kind of a lot of different parts to it, but the chords never change. They're always the same. So the chords that I'm going to show you are played throughout the entire song. So here are the verse chords. We're going to have a G major chord, and I play that as a bar chord on the 3rd fret of a E rooted bar chord. We're going to have a D add 9. Now a D add 9, if you're new to this shape, it's the same exact fingering as a C major chord, but we're just going to move it up a whole step, or between the 3rd and 5th frets. So if you wanted to know the fingering, if you didn't know how to play the C chord, that's going to be nothing on the thickest string, 5 on the A, 4 on the D, nothing on the G, so open G, and then we're going to have a first finger on the 3rd fret of the B, and then open E. That's a D add 9. So we have G major, D add 9, oops, D add 9, and then we're going to move down and we're going to have a E minor 7, and then a C add 9. Now, if you wanted to just play a regular E minor, you could, but I'm definitely hearing the 7th or a D note on the recording, so that'd be E minor 7. That's open, 2, 2, open, 3, open, and then I'm hearing the C add 9 chord, which is kind of like a G chord, but all we're going to do is we're going to move our 2 fingers down a string. So we'd have nothing on the thickest string, we'd have 3, 2, open, and then 3, 3. That'd be a C add 9. Now, Colin Monroe is the guy who sings it for the Decemberists. He's the one that's playing the rhythm part. I don't hear the high ends of the chords. So what I mean by that is I'm not hearing those notes at all, and I'm not really hearing the thickest. So a lot of the notes that he's strumming are just in the middle of the guitar. So if you want, you can play the highs, but I mean, I'm not hearing it on the recording. He's kind of muting them. So depending on how you want to play, you can play it either way. But anyway, here's the verse again. We have the G, the C add, or the D add 9, the E minor 7, and the C add 9. And this would be the intro and the verse chords. So it'd be like this. For the rhythm, if you listen to the recording, that's the best way to get the rhythm pattern, but I'll kind of explain it and break it down. So he's doing a constant 1 E-enda, 2 E-enda, 3 E-enda, 4 E-enda. So that basically means that your rhythm is not stopping and that you're constantly going down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up. It's just constant. It never slows down. It's like this through the entire song. This is the rhythm pattern. Now again, I would listen to the original recording to kind of match what Colin's playing, but that is the rhythm pattern. It's 1 E-enda, 2 E-enda, 3 E-enda, 4 E-enda. So those are the verse chords again, so that G, D add 9, E minor 7, and C add 9. And now we're going to be into the actual chorus, and the chords that go to the chorus are that D add 9 in a C major. And those are the chorus chords. So we're going to have 1 bar on each, and it's the wrong year. I won't leave you alone. And then you go back into the verse. So again, the chords for the chorus are going to be that D add 9 and C major. So really we're just going back and forth between these chords. We got a bar on both. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to hold on both, and then that would be the chorus. And then after the first chorus we would have another verse, and then we'd have a chorus again, and then we're going to get to the bridge section. The bridge section is relatively easy. We have a B minor chord, and then an A minor chord. So if you don't know what B minor is on the 2nd fret as A minor bar chord, B minor, and then A minor. And the rhythm pattern is going to be the same thing on the bridge, so we're going to cycle between that B minor and A minor 3 times. So what I mean by that is we're going to B minor, A minor 1, B minor, A minor 2, B minor, A minor 3, and then to the end of the bridge we stay on a C chord. So B minor, A minor, B minor, A minor, one more time, B minor, A minor to C, and then back to the verse. And then that would be the entire song. So I showed you all the parts, but I'll play it one time through and I'll call out the parts as we go. So here would be the verse. G, D add 9, E minor 7, C add 9, G, D add 9, E minor 7, C add 9, G, one more time, D add 9, E minor 7, C add 9, chorus, D add 9, C major, D add 9, C major, C add 9, D major. Then you'd be back into the verse. And then we have a bridge, B minor, A minor, B minor, A minor. Remember 3 times, so one more time, B minor, A minor. Hold on the C chord. Back to the verse. So that would be the entire song all the way played through. I'm going to now show you the lead guitar part that's played on the electric. So I will be honest with you, the electric part was really hard for me to get in my ear. I know that is all based off E minor pentatonic, but there's kind of more of a melodic thing that's happening, and all that I can really hear is that something that goes like this, or I'm hearing something that's going along the lines of that, and I worked it out so that it's kind of an octave thing. I know this is partially correct, and I know that there's something that's kind of a little different, so you'll have to listen to it. Maybe you can figure it out a little bit better than my ear, but basically what I'm doing is I have and that whole little idea is played between the verses and the chorus. He'll sing a lyric and then it's played. It's kind of a cool little fill. Anyway, what I'm doing is I'm doing an octave thing. So I'm gonna have my first finger on the 12th fret of the G string and my pinky on the 15th of the high E. Those are both G notes. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move and do it. So I'm gonna go G with that octave, and then you have to mute the B string with your first finger, I guess. So I only wanna hear those notes. And I'm strumming them with a pick, but you really only wanna aim for the the first 3 strings, the G through the E. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a shift, where I'm going to keep the same idea with this shape, but I'm going to move it up between the D string of the 14th fret, excuse me, and the B string of the 17th. And that's an E note. So far I would have, and again I have to mute because all I want to hear are these 2 notes, those octave notes. I don't want to hear anything else. And then I'm taking that shape, same exact fingering on the same strings, and I'm moving it down to the 12th of the D and the 15th of the B. And then I'm going to move that shape one more time down to the 10th of the D and the 13th of the B. So far I would have, and that's actually the lick that my ear hears, even though there's more probably going on to it, but this is all I could figure out. I know that's the melody notes, so that's how I figured it out. That's the melody notes that are actually be singing. But so again, so we have to re-say, we have the 12 in the 15th on G and E, 13, or I'm sorry, we have 14 and 17 on the D and B, 12 and 15 on the D and B, and then 10 and 13 on the D and B. So again, we want to mute those strings in between. We don't want to hear anything else, so. So all I want to hear are the octave notes. I don't want to hear anything else, so we really have to practice to do the muting. But that would be the lick idea that's played in between like the verses and the chorus when the actual lyric, when the lyric comes in and he's starting to sing. So that's okay, guys. That was a lesson. I hope you had fun and I hope you learned something from that. I'm gonna leave all my social media in the description. So if you want to follow me, send me direct messages about future content that you want to see. And I hope you guys had fun and enjoy.